The tools needed to make this paper peony are the DIY paper flower tool, plastic mold, metal cups, wooden skewers, metal ball tool, quilling tool, fine tip tweezers, glue, and a shaping mat. To shape the bottom layer of petals, we will start with the smallest metal cup. Pinch one petal over the rim of the cup and lightly press it into the cup. Using a metal ball tool, apply pressure over the entire surface of the petal. Start with light pressure to prevent major creases, and then press very firmly over the entire surface. For more shape, do the same thing in the 35mm plastic mold. The second layer of petals is exactly the same size as the first layer, so they're shaped in the same way using the same cups. The third layer is shaped using the 40mm plastic cup and then moving it to the 35mm cup of the plastic mold. The fourth layer is shaped in the 35mm cup first and then shaped in the 30mm cup of the plastic mold. The fifth and final layer will be shaped the tightest of all, using the 35mm cup first, then the 30mm cup, and finally the 25mm cup. I do switch to a smaller metal ball tool for the smallest cup. Once the petals are shaped, we need to cup the center of each layer on the shaping mat using a metal ball tool. The first and second layers don't need much shaping. The closer we get to the top, the tighter the ball we want to form. Apply pressure from the base of a petal toward the center to draw it up, giving it a firm swirly in the middle. I like to evenly overlap the petals. It's easier to get a ball shape this way. To shape the center strip, use something like a wooden skewer or paintbrush handle and slightly bend over the tops of the center bits this way and that way. To roll up the center strip, insert one end into the slot of the quilling tool. After a turn or two, add a tiny drop of glue. Then roll the whole thing up, trying to keep the bottom lined up as best as you can. Finish it off with another dot of glue and set it aside to dry. The leaf has score lines, and you can wire the back of it or just glue it to the bottom of your flower. Bend it on the score lines to add shape to the leaves. We will shape the outer half of the calyx with a wooden skewer. I'll add a piece of bind wire by bending about a 1/4 inch piece up and inserting it from the bottom and bending over that small bit onto a little glue. If you want your flower on a stiff wire, glue it to the bottom of the center and glue it in place after the rest of the flower is assembled. Now we can assemble the peony on a DIY paper flower tool. The calyx is the first layer to insert the wire into. Apply a small ring of glue around the wire and add your first layer of petals. They will go on from largest to smallest. I use 2 wooden skewers to apply pressure where the glue makes contact. Apply another small ring of glue around the wire and add the next layer of petals, offsetting each layer as you go. For the top 2 layers, make sure the glue is very close to the hole, or you will lose some of the shape as it dries. Shape your center by pulling on some of the bits to fluff it up. When your glue is firmly set, remove the flower from the DIY paper flower tool. Use tweezers to hold the center while you add a generous amount of glue to the bottom of the center and insert it into your flower. You can glue the leaf onto the bottom if you want to. And there we have a beautiful paper peony.